Morning, everybody. I think we're going to get started if everyone's ready, bright and early on this Thursday morning in December. It's pretty grim outside, raining, always nice. I just wanted to welcome everybody to this really special edition of our Meet Your Future programme. My name's Sophie Hope and I look after employer engagement across education, work and skills at the Greater Manchester Combined Authority. I'm really delighted to say that we've got three amazing T-level students from Greater Manchester and specifically from the Manchester College with us this morning. You may have attended a Meet Your Future session previously. Normally we do these with employers from across Greater Manchester's businesses who give you an insight into their world, into their organisation and what sort of jobs there are in that particular sector. This time we're doing it slightly differently. Given that it's T-level celebration week, we wanted to really put a focus on the young people who are doing T-levels in our amazing city region and give them the opportunity to talk to us about what their experiences is of T-levels, why they've chosen that course, what work placements they've done or what they're looking to do on their course. If you don't know, T-levels are 2-year courses where students will spend 80% of the time in a classroom learning environment and the other 20% of the time getting real workplace experience. So really valuable industry placement experience that you can get while studying. We want to make sure that young people get high quality work experience, which is really crucial to the success of the new Greater Manchester Baccalaureate, or MBAC as we call it. This was set out by the Mayor Andy Burnham in his manifesto earlier this year. The MBAC aims to provide you with a technical education alternative to the university route, which will equip you with the skills you need to thrive here in Greater Manchester. So my short introduction's over and I'm going to hand you over to Ailish Peters, the wonderful Ailish from our Education Work and Skills team, who's going to go through a nice question and answer session with our three students. Ailish is a member of the Education Work and Skills team, which I mentioned. How long have you been here now, Ailish? Is it just over 18
Just over
months?
a year. Yeah.
Wow. Time has flown very quickly. And Ailish does a lot of work with our employers, schools and colleges and really helps us to bring our MBAC vision to life. So I'm going to stop talking, hand over to Ailish and to introduce our wonderful students.
Oh, thank you so much, Sophie, and welcome everyone. I'm delighted to be joined by three T-level students from the Manchester College. But before we dive in, please feel free to put any questions into the chat and we'll try to get through as many as we can in the Q&A session at the end. So let's do some panel introductions first. Could you share your name, what T-level course you are doing, and whether you're in first or second year? So Lucy, do you want to start us off?
Yeah, sure. My name's Lucy. I do a T-level in media production in TV, film and broadcast, and I'm in my first year.
Great, thank you. And then Saqib?
My name's Saqib and I'm in my first year of doing my T-levels in digital design, production and development.
Great, thank you. And then finally, Krishan.
Hi, I'm Christian. I do design, surveying and planning T-level for construction and I'm in my second year.
Great, thank you everyone. Now, T-levels are still a fairly new option for young people. So what made you choose to do a T-level course? And was there something specifically that attracted you to the course that you're doing? And I want to come first of all to Saqib on this.
Well, thing is with me really, I like trying new things and T-levels were quite new to me, so I wanted to see what it's like. And I also like how it's got a lot of it's got work experience linked in with the course as well, which means I can get some work experience out of doing my course and put it on my CV for like more jobs in the future, etc.
Oh, great. Thanks, Saqib. That's so good to know. And Krishan, would you like to come in on this as well?
I actually first came to the college looking for a different course, but then I found this one and the way they advertised it was you get like good work experience and you get the theory behind and I just really liked the idea, so I thought I'd go for it.
Great. Lucy, have you got anything you'd like to add?
Yeah, I feel like for the industry that I want to go in, I think that work experience would be valuable for putting on my CV.
Perfect. Oh, thank you, everyone. Now my next question, T-level students typically spend 80% of their time in the classroom and 20% on work placement. And I want to know if you're doing a work placement, and if so, what have you enjoyed most about it? So, Krishan, can I come to you on this question?
So I finished my work placement. I did it with care construction at the Manchester Aquatic Centre, and it's been a really great experience just getting to meet all the professionals and just being in that construction environment. And I think it's just it's good for you to get an idea of what the job's going to be like in the future.
Great. And I just wanted to ask how long you were on work placement for.
I did 315 hours. I did it once a day for about once a day in a week for a couple of months, and then I started doing block weeks.
Okay, great. Thank you for providing that insight. And Lucy, would you like to come in on this question?
Yeah, so I haven't done my placement yet, but I've got one lined up for me to start in the near future.
Oh, perfect. And do you know what sector it will be in?
Yeah, so it's for an events company, and it's going to be quite technical.
Oh, great. That's so good to know. And Saqib, have you got anything you'd like to add on this?
I've not currently started a placement yet, but I've applied to 2 companies for my placement, and I'm still waiting to hear from one of them if I've been successful or not in my placement interviews.
Oh, okay, great. Well, good luck. I'm sure that you'll be amazing. Fingers crossed. So you'll be pleased to know this is my final question. And I'd like to ask you all, do you have an idea of what you'd like to do once you've finished your course, whether that's further study or going into a particular job? Lucy, I'll come to you on this one.
So I don't have a clear idea whether I want to do further education, but I know that I want to do something technical, maybe in like radio engineering. I think that would be quite cool.
Oh, great. That sounds really interesting. And Saqib, would you like to come in on this one?
After college, I'd like to do a degree apprenticeship because I still get to go to university and I get practically a full-time job. So I think it's the perfect route for me for after college, especially as a T-level student.
Okay, great. That's amazing. And finally, Krishan, do you have anything you'd like to add?
Yeah, I think I'd like to also get a degree apprenticeship in project management, because obviously you earn as you learn, and you get real work experience while also still doing theory. So I think it's a good opportunity.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for sharing that. And thank you all for your insight. We've had some questions in from the audience that we'll move on to now. So what's one piece of advice you would give to someone looking to do a T-level course? And Saqib, I'll come to you on this if that's okay.
I'd say don't overthink. Don't think that it's going to be anything hard from the beginning. Well, in my case, my teachers let us have a good start into the course, which means I'll be able to understand things like at an easier rate compared to what I thought it would be like whilst I was in high school, and just don't overthink anything really.
Oh, that's a great piece of advice. Don't overthink it. Yeah, I feel like most people throughout their career think they shouldn't overthink it. So that's a great piece of advice. And Krishan, you mentioned about your work placement, and we've had a question come in about work placement. So this will be directed at you if this is okay. But how did you find your work placement?
Everyone there was really friendly, really welcoming. At the start, it was a bit scary. I was a bit nervous going into like the new environment, but yeah, everyone was just accepting, and Yeah, that's it.
Okay, great. Thank you. And Lucy, I'll direct this question at you. Did many of your friends choose to do a T level?
No, most of my friends did A levels at different colleges.
Is it? And what made you think that you wanted to do a T level then?
I thought that because none of my other friends really did what I'm doing as well, like in media. So I thought that especially in media, hands-on experience would be like more valuable.
Okay, that's really good to know. Thank you. And I've got another question. So did you know anyone else that had done a T level before you? And did that help you to make your decision? Saqib, do you want to come in on this one?
I well, in my case, I never knew anyone before me that did a T level, so it was essentially a completely new like concept to me. I did have an understanding of what it was like before because of colleges coming in to talk about it, but in terms of like me knowing anyone else that did the T levels, I had no idea of if anyone did a T level or not.
Okay, that's great to know. And you mentioned that colleges came in to speak to you about it. Was that whilst you were at school?
Yeah, it was like around year 10. Uh, Colleges from around Manchester came in just explaining what T levels are and like like the benefits of it and everything.
Oh, that's great. And did that make you think that you wanted to do a T level then?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Oh, that's really good to know. Um, I think we've got another question as well. And it's what do you enjoy most about your T level? So Krishan, can I come to you on this?
I really did enjoy the placement as well, just being in that working environment and talking to all the professionals and also seeing what you do like day to day, because that's also important because that's what I'll be doing in the future. And also the college experience, like coming to college, learning from the teachers. It's all comes together as one package.
Oh, that's great to know that you're able to use what you've learned in college in the workplace. So that's fantastic. Um, and we've got another question. And I want to direct this to all of you. Is it hard to study and work at the same time? Does anyone want to come in on that?
Um, well, at the moment, I don't, as in working like jobs.
Yes, so your work placement, yeah.
At the moment, I don't have a job or a placement, so I can't really comment fully. But in terms of studying, it's not really that hard. It is slightly harder than what I did at high school, but I'm still capable of doing it.
Okay. Oh, that's great. Thanks, Saqib. And Krishan, I think would you like to come in on this one
Yeah.
because you've done a work placement?
Yeah. The college actually sets aside a day for you within the week to do your work placement. So there's no real like issues with balancing the placement and college.
Yeah. Oh, that's really good to know. Okay, thank you for sharing that. Um, and this is going to be directed to all of you as well. What would you say to businesses who are thinking about offering T-level placements to young people? Lucy, would you like to come in on this one first?
Yeah, sure. I'd say it's a good idea because, you know, if you want people to be ready to work in your environment, you've got to give them experience, and T levels is a good opportunity to give them that experience, and then you can have maybe like a good relationship with that person, so then they'll want to work for you later on. So I'd say it's a good idea.
That's great. That's a great call to action. And Saqib, would you like to come in on this one?
I I'd probably say the same as Lucy. It helps people feel less scared about going into the work environment, which means they'll feel more prepared and they'll get a lot more done compared to if, say, an A-level student was going into the workplace, because they won't have the experience as much as a T-level student would. So yeah, it would help both the student and the business like work well together.
Great, thanks, Saqib. And finally, Krishan, please, can you speak about this as well?
I'd say to the businesses to definitely get involved, because there's a lot of young and engaging people who are willing to learn. And just to expand on what Saqib said, the work experience really does help, and it is good to give you an edge over like A-level students that have just studied theory.
Great. Oh, it's great to hear how passionate you all are about T-levels and how interested you are in your course. So you'll be pleased to hear we've got one last question. So this will be for all of you. What's one word to describe your T-level experience so far? And Lucy, I'll come to you first.
Oh, that's difficult. Just fun. It's just been really fun.
Oh, well, that's great. And Saqib?
I'd say I had a relaxing start into the T-levels, so I guess it's fun and relaxing as well.
Great, thanks, Saqib. And Krishan?
It's been helpful because you still learn the theory, you still get the work experience, and it all just comes together as one whole.
Oh, thank you, Krishan. And I just want to thank all the panelists for your time. It's been so insightful for me, and I think for everyone. And I'd like to hand back to Sophie.
Thanks, Ailish. I was just smiling along there, listening to all of the answers. They were absolutely brilliant. To put you all on the spot like that and to answer with such clarity was just absolutely amazing. I'm just going to replay the 3 words that you've used to describe your T-level experience. Fun, relaxing, and the last one wasn't quite one word, but helpful and comes together as one whole. We're going to use that because that's just such a wonderful way of describing the experience. So I just think, thank you so much for using those words. It's absolutely brilliant. I just want to go back to a couple of things that Saqib said as well around it being, not overthinking it. And I think I'm an eternal overthinker, and I think with something like this and the experiences that you guys have all got from this, it's brilliant. It's just, kind of go in, jump in and get those experiences, test yourself, and challenge yourself as well. And I just think it's brilliant, really incredible advice. And also Ailish said it as well, some fantastic call to action that you all provided in terms of encouraging more businesses to offer those wonderful experiences to more people across Greater Manchester as well, because that's what we need. A couple of you on the call haven't yet done your placements. Lucy, I know you've got one, but I think it's just a brilliant call to action. So I think we might use some of those clips in the future. So thank you all so much. Again, just thank you to our wonderful panelists for joining us today, for taking the time out of your incredibly busy schedules. Krishan, you're clearly at college, and so are you. Well, I think all of you are actually. So again, thank you. I know you've got busy diaries and busy days ahead. So hopefully this is a good start to the rest of your day. Thanks also to Manchester College for supporting us with the arrangements and for getting our incredible panelists to the session this morning. To those of you watching and to those of you who are picking up the recording afterwards, just to let you know that you can visit our Greater Manchester Apprenticeship and Careers Service website, GMAX. We've got loads more information on T-levels in Greater Manchester. We've also got a GMAX YouTube page, which has got tons of Meet Your Future previous events on there, and future ones, and also lots of other content around careers. So just want to say thank you so much for joining us today. We'll be doing more of these in the future, so look out on GMAX for more of that. And thank you all so much. Have a wonderful day and a wonderful weekend. Take care.
Thank you for having me.
Bye.